All right. So now, we've had this electron moving around along the electron transport chain and being picked up by NADP plus to become NADPH. Now that electron is going away from this thylakoid membrane. What that means is that somehow we need to replace that electron that's getting boosted from our photosystem 2 so that this whole transport chain can keep going. And we do have something that will do that for us. So there's another piece to photosystem 2, and that is called the oxygen evolving complex. And as its name suggests, during this process, we're going to get oxygen out. So, what we have is water, and through a process called photolysis, that water is going to be split into its components. So H2O gets picked up by the oxygen evolving complex, and what we're going to get out of that are some protons, oxygen, and the protons are positive, so what happened to our little negative guys? Well, the electrons are going to be stripped off and given to our reaction center to replace its missing electrons. The oxygen that we just made, it is going to diffuse out and it's going to diffuse out of, remember where we're at, I drew this earlier, so let's go down there. Remember, we're in the leaf, and we're in one of these chloroplasts. We're in the thylakoid membrane, so we just made some oxygen. Okay, oxygen is a small nonpolar gas, so it can diffuse right through that membrane, and we're here in these chloroplasts, and so now that oxygen is diffused out of the membrane, it will wind up in these air spaces, and at that point it can diffuse right out of the open stoma. And we're going to revisit these little holes in the leaf, the stoma for singular or stomata for plural, that are being opened and closed, those holes, by guard cells. Okay, so let's go back up to photolysis there. All right, so we've just split off an electron, and that electron is going to go now through that electron transport chain, and we're actually going to use it now to do a little bit of work.